we got to ask you about you deciding not to go ahead and be bench coach. So I know it was a difficult decision. So can you just kind of give us the push and pull you were experiencing and why you made that decision?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the opportunity and working alongside Ollie and working for Mo and Mr. DeWitt and the Cardinals organization was very intriguing. But at the end of the day, the reason I retired is because I didn't want to miss anything anymore with my kids, and felt like I was missing out a lot, and then all the things that they were doing. So really, that hadn't changed. And I guess when you're 4 or 5 months out, I got caught up a little bit in the excitement of doing something for me that was a really cool opportunity. But as it got closer and started thinking about sort of the reality and the day in, day out, and all the things that I was going to miss with particularly Jackson and Ethan, the older ones that are Jackson entering into professional baseball and a full season, and getting to go to big league camp and some of the cool things that I'd like to have some flexibility to go watch. And then Ethan entering into his sophomore season in high school, and I didn't want to be down in Jupiter wishing I was somewhere else, and missing things that I didn't want to miss. And so obviously it's a tough decision. Both are good, but just felt like being with my family and doing some things and having some flexibility to go and watch Jackson and make sure that I'm there for Ethan and the little kids and the things that they want to do this summer. Ultimately was just something that I couldn't miss.
I always think in life, timing is everything. And I'm sure for you, this is a great opportunity, and maybe it happens 5-10 years down the road, but just right now in your life, at the end of the day, didn't make sense. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, it really was difficult because, like I said, I love Ollie. Ollie's one of my close friends, and getting a chance to be part of a major league staff and be part of an organization and a team that's trying to win a championship is, it is really something that I love. But like I said, I just felt like I don't want to be sort of 90% in, or and sort of wanting to be also somewhere else, and it's just it's difficult when you have kids, and that's sort of how it all went down.
Especially with what your kids are doing. Have you imagined what it's going to be like watching Jackson as a professional player for the first time? I mean, have you imagined what that feeling is going to be like for you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So he left yesterday. So he's down at they had a hitter's mini camp before big league camp starts. So he's gone. He left yesterday and kind of entering into his first full year, and he'll get a chance to be in big league camp, and probably go down and see him when that starts up here in another week or 10 days, and it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited for him, and he's worked really hard this off season, so I'm looking forward to getting to watch him do what he loves, and he loves it, and is so excited to be down there, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to see him put on even though it's a spring training, but to put on a major league uniform is going to be pretty cool.
So will you be back at Oklahoma State, or does your brother replace you already?
Yeah, he did. Robin Ventura is going to take that job, but I'll still be around. I still go over there almost every day, and that's where we were training with Jackson, and Ethan works out over there. And so I'm there a lot and around those kids a lot, but as far as a full-time gig goes, I won't be doing that. So I'll be traveling a lot to see Jackson, and we have some other ministry stuff that we're doing, and just a lot of things going on. So it'll be a little bit different look for me this year.
Yeah, but I
was joking there too. That's big news, though. I thought you'd just go right back to it, but Robin Ventura, that's cool also.
Yeah. No, Jordy Mercer and Robin Ventura on the staff, so he's in good hands. He's got plenty of help.
I still, though, I'm thinking about the next chapter, how cool that will be to have the time to be able to go around and watch your two kids, one pro, one will soon be a pro, and how awesome that'd be. But I also look at it from a selfish perspective because I wanted you to be the hitting coach so we could spend time together. And I'm wondering, would you agree to do like a once-a-week 30-minute Zoom with me just so we can maintain our relationship, or is that asking too much?
30 minutes.
Geez, 30 minutes. That's way too much.
Maybe
I was
10?
just going to give you this here and there. I mean, that's a lot to ask, Jim. You're asking for a little too much.
All right.
there,
Well, as
so
long as you
probably
stay, you're going
I
to
agree.
stay. Well, you can stay on the show.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So
Yeah.
we're having this debate about the Cardinals because not a lot has happened since they made their move, and we're getting ready for spring training. So I'm going to ask Matt Holliday, when you look at the Cardinals as they stand right now, give me a couple of things that you want to see that you need to have answered at spring training. What are your questions about the ball club?
Well, I mean, I think the outfield offense, obviously, when you talk about what that's going to look like, and I think, Tyler O'Neill, it's been a little bit up and down, obviously, and Carlson's been a little bit up and down, and, I think Lars Nootbaar has put himself in a good position to get, a look as an everyday guy somewhere out there. And then you got, Jordan Walker sort of what that's going to look like, and whether if he has a big spring training, do you just roll him out there and what that looks like for the other guys. You have to turn around and trade one of those other outfielders. So I think outfield offense is something that is something that's going to be sort of sorted out in spring training. And then, the health of the rotation. I think when you talk about, if Jack is Jack and can stay healthy, and I don't know that you'll 100% know that, obviously, in spring training if he's going to be able to go, the whole season. But what he looks like in spring training, and then, a couple Matts and a couple of these other guys that, have had a little bit of an injury situation, and what the depth of the pitching staff looks like, and who's going to, sort of fill in some of those middle innings behind the starters. And, other than that, the team's pretty set. So I think they're in good shape. And like I said, the pitching depth and the health of Jack, and, that'll help decide whether or not they're we truly can win the championship, or if, it's going to be one of those deals where they try to make a move or try to add a deadline or even sooner. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Matt, obviously we love you on the radio. Any want on your end to do any type of broadcasting, even part-time? Or you see a lot of these former players that will go to MLB Network and just do a couple shows here and there?
Some interest in that. I have some other things that I might be doing. I might be doing some hitting consulting stuff.
Whoa!
Cujo!
Whoa!
Cujo!
Whoa!
Is that a lion?
Yeah, there they are.
Wow.
Dogs. Yeah, they're singing it. All right, great.
Mail's here.
So,
Wow.
I'll put them outside. How about that? Live radio. Here we go.
Nah, no one's breaking in that house, man.
Was that a wolf hybrid or
Damn.
a Rottweiler?
Dire wolf.
Yeah. The Bernie Doodle's the loud one. To answer your question is I probably won't do a ton of broadcasting or anything like that this year. So it'll be mostly kid stuff, and then, like I said, I might do some hitting consulting through Boris Corp with some of the guys that I've worked with in the last 6 months or so.
And most importantly, a contributor on Hot Take Central, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
What are you doing for Super Bowl?
I don't know. We don't. Probably just. I imagine some of the college kids will come over, and some of our friends around here will probably come over to the house and watch it. I'm not a big Super Bowl party guy. I don't really have a dog in the fight, so to speak. So I'll watch, but not necessarily like locked in with a jersey or anything.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, Matt, we'll let you go.
Yeah,
I
man.
just want to say it's great to have you back.
Yeah.
We look
Great.
forward to being in contact with you and just staying in touch.
Yeah.
Staying in touch.
Just
We're
buddies.
buddies.
Just buddies.
We're buddies, man.
Former neighbors.
What's been going on the show? Like anything interesting? You guys had a couple weeks here without me. Anything? You guys are still on the air. That's good.
Yeah, we're still here.
Still on the air. The Blues aren't very good, so we got that going. We're kind of just, you know how baseball is. Like, we talked about everything after Contreras, and nothing has happened for a month, so we're just rehashing the same content until something happens at spring training.
And the truth is, like, we have Kisner, he's good.
Yeah.
So that's one good segment. Now we have you back, so that's two good segments.
Yeah.
And that's all we got.
That's all we got. There was a balloon in my backyard over the weekend.
Training?
Cat is.
I'm leaving Sunday, and as you know, that's where journalism takes place. You know, guys kind of want to sit down and chop it up, so I'll do it. You know.
Yeah. The other guy, you guys can't go. Charlie, you guys can't go can't get a ticket down there. What's the deal?
Well, you know,
or what?
I think 590. This is a relatively new show. Maybe next year we head down for spring training.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm going to Florida in March.
There you go, Cam.
That's how you do it. You know, I'm not going to interview anybody. I'm just going to go to Florida and get tan.
How about this? I mean, this is interesting, Matt. I think I had abdominal surgery for a bowel obstruction in July.
Wow,
and then
amazing.
So they cut right through my belly button. Nice big scar. And then I was one of the lucky ones that also got a hernia related to the surgery.
Yeah.
So I get to have another surgery coming up in April.
You're pretty lucky.
How about that, eh?
Yeah, you're an outlier.
I am.
For the record, though, Charlie's tough. He got cut open. Like, he got disemboweled and was, like, back on the radio, like, the next day.
Show.
He's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm very
You'd
tough.
have taken weeks off for that, Jim, wouldn't you?
Jim doesn't miss a show. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yep, I'm a grinder, Matt.
Jim doesn't miss a show.
I was not blessed with natural abilities like a Holiday, okay? I'm a grinder.
Right.
Jim always comes in, but he also – Jim's had this cough for going on 3 months, so we're kind of worried about him.
You checked out, Jim.
I will, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on. And
He's back!
And stay in touch, will you?
Yeah, all right. All right,
Thanks.
guys. Have a good one.
See you,
Great
man.
to talk to you.
Good talking to you.
And just a little thing I noticed at the very end, he had to clear his throat. So whatever we have on this show,
Spreading it to
he
him?
can go through a phone line.
What's up, Frankie?
I was joking, too. I figured he'd go right back to his gig at Oklahoma State. I was like, hey, your brother replaced you? And he goes, yeah, actually he did. Robin Ventura.
Interesting.
He didn't seem like
No, I know, but I was kidding.
I know, but he didn't seem like thrilled. He wasn't mad, but he didn't seem thrilled by that.
Robin Ventura, he had that hitting streak back in his college days. He was an amazing college
He was
player.
the guy that got worked over by Nolan Ryan.
He did.
too.
Frankie, did you see that balloon? It was in my backyard. Yeah, I saw it in my backyard.
It was spying, on Cam.
on me.
Cam was in his undies.
It's in my underwear.
Now,
Damn you.
let me ask you a question here. This is station business.
Yeah.
So because Nate's not here, does this mean we don't put any of the clips on social media? Because that one, I would say, is as newsy as it gets.
Agreed.
So how are we going to do that?
I can figure out the username and password and get into it and go
Well,
from there.
But you're going to be uploading the segments, correct?
Yeah, I just did upload segment 1.
Okay, so we can also grab the website and we can post it to our social media and say,
Sure.
listen here.
So if you do it, I'll retweet you. 'Cause
Sure.
I'm not good
Yeah.
at that.
But you can also just grab the 590 website and just link it to your Twitter. But yes, I'll do it.
You know that's
Did you cut 'em up
heavy
at all?
lifting for me.
Or is it going to be an hour and a half first segment?
I mean, if you guys want me to cut them up, I can. We do go a little bit long sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
I think Nate usually cuts it up. I don't know where. You got to be back there and you got to know when to cut it. So
Yeah.
I think, I guess we'll wait on that because people will bitch if it's not up when the show's over.
exactly. I figured get it up
just
quick
get it up.
and instead of, dissecting
Get on
it.
up.
Well, I
Get
would
on
go.
it.
The second segment was all baseball, and then that segment was all holiday. So I think that second segment was a nice, substantial baseball segment. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, I think it was a good show. And I will say this.
Fast
Charlie,
show.
so I had texted Holiday and said, look, we'd love to have you on. Let me know when you want. Because this was not an easy decision for him.
Yeah.
All right, this had been going on from what I heard, and tough call. So he made the call. So I texted him, and I didn't hear back. And then Charlie said, hey, are we going to call him? And since Nate's not here, I might have said, hey. So I just texted Matt and said, hey, I told him not to call, but if you feel like coming on, come on. And he said, sure. And then all of a sudden, he came on. So it's great to have him back.
Matt sounded bored and dejected. Something tells me wife cracked the whip and said, yeah, you're not doing that, Sharon. Maybe.
Nope.
No,
I know firsthand.
Yeah.
Like, he started to have regrets as it got closer, and he realized, it became real to him what he was going to miss out on.
Yeah, like you got to devote your whole life, and you got other things going on. They're more important.
I mean,
I get
think about it.
I get it.
You got a boatload of money in the bank, and
You
you
don't
can
need-
kind of just go and
Coast a little bit and watch your kid.
pop
Are you
in and
kidding?
see your kid.
You kidding?
The other kid's going to possibly be a first-round
It's a no-brainer, Jimmy.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he probably
it-
got pressured into it a little bit.
Well, if you go back to when we had him on the show, that week, he literally said, we were asking him about the Skip job down with the Marlins. We're asking him potentially about the Cardinals bench coach job. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said something like, yeah, at this point, he mentioned all his kids and what grades they were in. He goes, at this point in my life, that 162 probably just isn't there for me. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said a week before. So it was probably always a 50-50 type call for him.
Yep.
Yeah, no-brainer, man. Watch your kid do his thing.